What type of armor do you have?
That's not armor. It's just decorative or whatever. Or no, I think that's mining gear. This is my mining suit. But I got, if I go, how do I change my gear? Ah, anyway, that hurt me. Why can't I change my gear? Load out. Oh, yeah, this is my fighting gear. I have the Hermes boots and I combined them with the,
Rocky boots?
yeah, so I can run fast and I can fly. But I
You
need
have
to,
double jump yet?
I don't have double jump, but I can do that. I can technically, and
I
then,
already heard people telling me that I have advantage, so I can boost, then jump, and boost again.
I can do that. Ah.
And then what happened is he was boosting like
Oh,
cloud.
was it like a fart cloud?
Yeah,
There is one, the fart boost, where you jump and it farts and
yeah.
it boosts you up in the air. I need to get the obsidians so that I can go in the lava.
Or the meteorite wall.
I still haven't found a meteorite. Somebody was telling, I think the guy at my work was telling me that to trigger the meteorite, you have to kill the Eater of Worlds.
Or go into the Crimson and destroy the brain.
I've killed the brain. Or maybe I need to kill a certain number of the things in the Crimson. Because I only killed 3 of them to fight the boss. Let's see. All bosses in order. I've killed King Slime, Queen Bee, Eye of Cthulhu, Brain of Cthulhu. So I skipped Eater of Worlds. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's Eater wallpaper.
Corruption. But I don't have corruption. I have Crimson. So I don't get to fight the Eater of Worlds?
No, you get to fight the Crimson.
The brain.
Yeah. The brain.
I killed the. I wasn't. After every third Crimson Heart is broken, or after using a Bloody Spine, it comes with an army of creepers and 2 attack types that has fairly low HP, making a nice challenge for beginners. Killed the Queen Bee. So Skeletron is next.
Yeah, Skeletron is annoying.
You'll need to defeat Skeletron to access the dungeon, especially if you want to get. Oh, that's one thing I need to do. Is there's. I found this castle, and there's like a guy giving me a quest at the castle.
Yeah, you talk to him and you say, "Let me lift your curse," and he turns into Skeleton.
That's where I fight Skeletron. Okay, I think I might have known that, but I forgot. Skeletron is a formidable foe, must be killed before night is up. Otherwise, it will kill you in one swift swipe. Okay, well, this is not a walkthrough. I need a walkthrough.
Walkthrough? Do what you did with the Queen Bee. That's all you have to do, and then just jump and avoid his hands. Because you can touch his arms, but his hands and his face.
That's what I've been doing with pretty much everything. I just built an arena. I made a much bigger, or I made a much smaller arena with the. This is my arena for. This is my arena for the brain. But look how big the arena I made for the bee was. It was all of this. Because I.
She's mean. Couldn't do it hard for me unless I had to do.
And then And then I have an arena for King Slime up here somewhere. But so I need to go.
He's all the way to the left or all the way to the right.
He's right. Yes, he's right here.
That's where he is.
And this place I did not explore because I knew it led to a boss fight.
Well, it's actually at the opening. The door won't open until you reach there.
I've been inside here
You have?
and gone down. You just walk right through.
Oh.
But there's a guy out here with a quest, and he's saying you need to lift the curse. And that.
Oh, I think I remember why. Because if you try to go too far deep into the dungeon, he turns into skeleton, which kills you.
Oh. So they'll let you in, but once you start trying, I knew that's kind of why I didn't go exploring.
You're like, nope. Straight up waste of time.
I've gone to the roots of these tall trees because there's treasures all throughout here. I've been to hell only in one spot, which is here, and I die as soon as I get there.
Then we get this bread.
This is home base. I haven't been to home base in a while. I've been way out here.
Yeah, where are you at currently?
I'm way out by the coast. I built another house out here by the beach.
Beach house. You can get drunk.
I've got all sorts of.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, you can brew beer.
What's up, baby? Just streaming for like an hour before I gotta get off of here. Later.
You have a good night.
You too. What you doing, baby? I'm watching Terry Strange's live. She's pretty interesting if you want to check her out. I think I already subscribed to her because I saw in one of the chats you were talking to her and she said she streamed. So I went and checked out her stream. I don't have time to do the flat earth thing tonight, the Bryce Mitchell debate with JP Unchained. I want to do that just because JP's been in the chat before. And he got an interview with Bryce Mitchell, and I think that's pretty dope. And Ruslan. I know Ruslan's big. I don't like Ruslan. Well, I don't dislike him. I'm just, I don't know. Something, I don't know. I don't like the content. He seems like a cool, nice Christian guy and all that, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the content, you know? Let me see. And she called Jesse the other day. I thought she sounds a lot like Latina and Cali. I thought she was Latina and Cali, but no, this is somebody else. Somebody called recently. She sounded just like Latina and Cali, but it wasn't her. Let's see what she's talking about.
She had come to the Radical Women Conference, actually. She was fascinated to meet me, too. She wanted to talk to me, but her English wasn't amazing, and my Chinese is not, I don't speak any Chinese or any Mandarin. But she was like very confused because she had been told that like all Westerners, all Americans at least, yeah, she believed that all Americans were anti-communist. So she was really confused about how,
Should be.
I was young because I was like in my early 20s at the time. She's like, she's like, how is it that she's like, we're told that you're completely brainwashed against us, and like that. And I was like, well, we are in our, education system. They do kind of,
what's she got in the background? What is that?
Misrepresent the history of communism. They don't really give fair depictions of like
talking about?
like the Cultural Revolution, that kind of thing, or like not just the Cultural Revolution. The Cultural Revolution was
You don't listen as
a
well as you
mess,
hear.
but like the Chinese Revolution overall, or the Russian Revolution.
Yo, I thought that she had like triple gauges in her ear for a second. I thought that was all her earlobe. Those are earrings. Chat can't my chat. I don't have anybody in my chat except Bibby, but so Bibby's watching, so he knows what I'm talking about. But I thought that you know how people have the gauges in their ears where their earlobes are real big? The audio is going to be unsynced. I'll skip it ahead, but I thought she had like triple gauges in her ear, but she has an earring that is flesh colored that is hoops connected together. And I was like, I thought she had some crazy African tribes wear.
Most Americans don't know anything about these things, and it's actually like, or any kind of socialist or communist revolution. So I had these conversations with her. Um, but yeah, she still really couldn't understand like how I got into it. And I don't know, I think I just have like that kind of, I have a radical spirit, I'm a radical period. So like I'm always trying to get to the root and understand things. And so, in a fallen state, that's going to attract someone to radical politics. Good night, Amy. Have a good night, honey. Thanks for being here. So yeah, I would say, but anyway, I'm getting off topic there. I'm just going on about that particular thing. There are, though, there is a history of persecution of homosexuals in communist, at least the main, between the different, for a while, that kind of issue. I know in Russia, historically, in the Soviet Union, I should say, they did believe that like gay, so homosexual practices or people that practice that were like bourgeois in some sense. So they kind of associated it with like bourgeois decadence and, I don't know, like, so I think it's kind of a complicated thing and it's really down to the individual, but most Western communists are very supportive of the alphabet people. You know what I mean? jsurbanadventures. You know what? I think Lord Bibby was mentioning that you would be somebody good to talk to about, what was it earlier, Lord Bibby? Remind me. But glad to see you here. I need to go back.
What's she talking about? What's the topic? I don't want to ask what's the topic to her because it's like,
oh my God,
you came in the stream and then you're asking what I'm talking about. Just listen or rewind or something. I hate when people do that, so I'm not going to do it to her.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's hard for me, like, too, because I do have friends from like that time period in my life, and like I see them struggling with things, and
I got too many windows open.
You just have to let them suffer.
I'm trying to,
because you can't give somebody like a pill and be like, here you go, here's the answer. They have to want to overcome themselves. And yeah, it is the same spirit that causes the destructiveness.
Talking about flat earth spirits and stuff.
Exactly.
Topic was interesting, so I did.
No, exactly. There's plenty of destructive men out here. It's the same spirit.
No, I'm okay when you drop my name, Bibby, because you do it the way you do it. You know how to do it. You do it classy. You'll like slip it into a conversation, or you like direct somebody somewhere. Go check this out, instead of like plug. When it's annoying, when it's like this person just plugging everybody, and being a social butterfly. Bibby's a social butterfly. She was talking about flat earth spirits and doing tarot. Not a fan of tarot. Not a fan. Spirits, you mean alcohol? Oh shoot, I just backtracked on accident.
Period. So I think it's kind of a complicated thing, and it's really down that me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, period in my life suffer is the answer that causes the destructive. There was like lockdowns basically. So I remember like, and this, I had just gotten over having COVID at that time. So I've been like,
I'm not, I'm going to stop pausing it. I'm just going to mute it when I talk. But, plus you could probably hear my background noise. It's probably screwing things up. I forgot I had this playing on my phone. Um, Me either. I'm not a fan of it, but it makes for great conversation. She overcame all that stuff. She overcame flat Earth. That would be great to talk. Did she overcome flat Earth, or is she still a flat earther? I'll be nice, I promise. But if she overcame flat Earth, I've never met anybody
And so, like, I'm looking
that
out the
was able
window
to
at this
leave the
like
clutches of
cloud,
flat
and
Earth.
as it kind of comes closer, I notice that it has like a demonic shape to it.
I didn't know it was possible to leave the clutches of flat Earth. Did she survive flat Earth?
And now that I'm kind of envisioning it, but it was like, it was shaped like a devil. I don't know what
Tarot
else to
card.
say. And it was like,
So she didn't overcome flat Earth yet, but she overcame tarot cards and lesbianism. Well, that's easy. I'm just kidding.
line, going overhead. And then behind it, there was a thick
Nobody
wall
comes back from flat
of
Earth.
like
Libby.
dark cloud
Once you go
coming
down
in.
that path,
It was like,
you
I
gone.
don't know, like I don't even know how to
You
describe
gone.
it. It was like an ocean or something, like, or not an ocean, but like a wave. But it was all like it was like a thick wall, and
This is not about her. This is just about lesbianism in general. It's usually just women are curious and they're more like loose sexually and they're just like it's trendy, you know? It's like, I get to go and I like it. I'm done with that, like it. You know? It's a Katy Perry thing. It's a pop culture thing. I don't think lesbianism even exists. I don't think it's a real thing.
awaken my
It's just
Christian faith. That summer was when it happened. Um, but yeah, I remember like just looking out the sky and seeing that, and it was like one of the most insane apparition type things I'd ever seen. And just to see like this wall of cloud just blanket the sky, it blanketed the whole sky, the whole sky. I don't know if anyone else saw it, but it was what I saw. And I don't know if it was a vision that I had, but like I was looking out my window at the sky and seeing this happen. It was one of the freakiest things I've ever seen. And I've
I hope
seen
she
some
doesn't
freaky
mind me
things,
playing my stream on her
like, especially at that point in my
or
life.
her stream on whatever.
Really one of the freakiest things I'd ever seen. So I think that whole time that was like very serious spiritual warfare.
Just checking it out. She's a fellow chatter. I'm not to be rude, but I'm honestly not that interested in what she's talking about right now. But yeah, that was whoever. I'm down to talk to whoever. But I'm trying to pull up the dang window because I don't have time to watch what I want to watch right now. What I want to do a review of. There's a couple things. As long as you don't bash her, she's nice. I'm not gonna bash her. I don't know, or why would I bash her? Now, if she's talking about things, then I might disagree, or I might, you know, as she's talking right now. If I was talking to her, it'd be nice, but if I'm listening to her and she says something to disagree with, I'm going to disagree. No, I'm not gonna bash her about anything, but I did think her earlobes were. I did not know what I was looking at for a second. I thought she had gauges I had never seen before that were like double gauges. Can you do that? I don't think you could do that. I don't think there's enough tensile strength in the earlobe for a double gauge. I do. It's my fuel. It's my G fuel. Agreeing's overrated. Agreeing's lame. Who wants to just agree with people all the time? You know? It's not fun. There might be people crazy enough to do that to their ears. We call them liberals. I used to have zeros, so they weren't like these gauges at like Starbucks that you see at Starbucks where they're like this big. That they were like a gauge. The biggest thing I could ever put, which this is actually a double zero, I think, is a highlighter. I usually have a highlighter around here, but I don't know where it went. I think it died. My highlighter died. It's an inanimate object. How could it die? It's that's hard to say. It's an inanimate. It's an inanimate object. I think I got it that time. That's a good mouth exercise instead of red leather. I got as far as gauge 4, but that's it. 4, and they go backwards, so mine was bigger than yours. I guess it was a double zero. It was the orange highlight, not the little highlighters, the thick highlighters. Where the heck did it go? It's usually right on my table. It's anyway. Oh, it's over there. I'm not going over there. I'm not going over there. Echo, what do you want, bro? You're being so persistent. I think he has diarrhea. Okay, sorry. I'm talking over. Josh, you were a liberal. Nice to know you're straight now. Floor needs you to be strong alpha. I wasn't a liberal. I was never a liberal. Well, I guess if you're saying liberal, like feminine minded beta male, yes, I was that. But um I always believed what I believe now and thought how I thought now. I just didn't know what it was called because I couldn't vote because I was a criminal, so I didn't care about politics. Um, but I did know I did know my dad was not a Democrat and he did not like Democrats. And teachers were Democrats, and he'd say, "What's your teacher lie to you about school today?" Yeah, he's a Democrat. Yeah, she's a Democrat. That's always what he would say. Oh, that's a Democrat. Like that was the insult that my Christian parents were allowed to use about around me is, he's a Democrat. And I didn't even know what that meant. But so politically and religiously, I would never fit into liberal bracket. But I was running around being a beta male and doing a bunch of not good stuff, which is kind of liberal. So I could see what you mean by that. I was acting like a woman, which is a liberal. Okay, let's listen to somebody who's more reasonable than me. I'm not very reasonable.
To do so. What do I think of Christian nationalism?
Ooh, be careful saying that on YouTube. I don't care. I say way worse, but I'm just saying.
I guess it depends, because when I was growing up, I always saw like Christian nationalism as being kind of a negative thing. I believe in the separation of church and state. I don't believe the church and state should be aligned.
Oh, we definitely gonna disagree there.
I do believe that Christians should be involved in politics, though. And I guess I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like I don't really know what Christian nationalism means. I don't know what their purposes or aims are. I don't believe in isms. I'll say that I don't believe in isms. So if it's got an ism at the end, I'm going to be skeptical of it. Probably be like not supporting it. So, I believe that.
She's still learning.
I don't know. I don't know what the aims are of like Christian nationalists. Are they trying to establish the U.S. as like a Christian nation? I think it kind of is just historically. Although, like, I would like to see revival of like,
She 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 basically had the yeah, she was right. What she said was establishment clause, which is not separation of church and state, but freedom to practice religion. Separation of church and state is not a thing that's in the Constitution. It's in a letter that Thomas Jefferson wrote. Um, and it's just one mention, and then they took this word and they've turned it into this thing that our nation was built off of. Um, establishment clause, freedom to practice religion. She was right. She said it's where the church should be allowed to get involved in the government. If you want to be a Christian and I want to run as a Christian and my platform is what the Bible says, Christianity, that the government can't stop me from doing that. But the government can't get involved with the church. And that led to the tax code things, which is why we have a bunch of crazy ass churches popping up for a tax write off. If you want to be rich, go to the South and be a mega church pastor. Just start preaching the prosperity gospel, start your own church, and you can get rich quick. You can get rich quick, and you don't have to pay taxes on that money. And so, and not just that, but Church of Satan gets tax write off. Every church, anybody can make up a church. That's why you see things like Waco pop up, is because of that establishment clause, that freedom to practice religion. The government doesn't need to give somebody a freedom to practice religion. What they're saying is a freedom to not pay taxes on your religion. Based. I just made that up. Did I say that? I think man, I should have wrote that down. Anyway, but yeah, she seems cool. Probably. Well, we're only here for an hour tonight, so I guess I'll just keep listening.
of like, um, Judas.
Trying to figure out how to beat Skeletron. Let's get there. Well, I'm not gonna have time to beat
But
him.
yeah, it's like the fate. The demiurge is the false god. I think a lot of people worship the false god. It's like when Jesse, people tell people they're praying to Satan, like the woman that called today, and she's talking about, no, no, I don't pray to Satan. I'm praying to the Lord, and he's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. So I think, like, I do think, yeah, there is that force in there, and I think that's part of why.
We're going to a castle, folks. We're gonna see if this boss fight starts. Maybe we'll just die to the boss.
I think that's part of why I think there is a certain revival happening right now. It's
Speaking
like,
of pumpkins, Devil
there
Tower is
has
proof
been
the
this
Earth is a
spiritual
pumpkin.
warfare, and like,
Hold on, I've never heard this theory. Run some COD. Oh yeah, run, die, repeat, run, die, repeat, run, die, repeat for 20 years straight, 8 hours a day. That seems super entertaining. I beat a game pretty quick. I don't. People who've been playing, my brother is one of them. So if anybody thinks I'm talking trash about somebody that I'm not talking trash about, maybe you're so vain. You probably think I'm talking about you, but I'm not, because I know more people than you think. Anyway, that happens all the time. You ever you're telling a story about somebody thinks you're talking about them and they get all butthurt? It's so funny. Anyway, um, my brother and my dad, before he died, they're both Call of Duty dang junkies. They're addicts. They've been playing the same game, just reiterations of the same game for like 20 years now. Both of them. Well, my dad did. He did, but he played a lot of Call of Duty too. And they love Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty too. I love playing it. I haven't played it in years. Well, actually, I played it at Freddy's house and I got murked. These kids are too good nowadays. But I don't think I got a single kill. But yeah, it's run, die, repeat. And you know who told me that? Daddy Jub, the one who's plays Call of Duty all the time. He's like, yeah, I don't play any games with Call of Duty. I know it's dumb because all it is run, die, repeat, run, die, repeat. And I'm like, yeah, for years. And he's like, I know, I don't know why. He's addicted. It's an addiction. play some COD. I'll play what I want to play. Don't tell me what to play.
So, like, why is it being called preservative if it's killing us? It would make no sense.
That was deep. I like that line there. Why is it called a preservative? It's killing. I missed the whole lead up, but good line. Good line. I like it. Call of Duty when you got to run to the back.
Yeah, the Gospel of Thomas is amazing. I can't. I don't know anyone who's read that hasn't been like, whoa.
I don't know what the hell Matthew's talking about. Some apocrypha.
There's a message in it from Jesus about how, you know, if we don't bring, you know, if we don't bring out what is within us, it will destroy us. It's a very interesting kind of message. But anyway. All right, y'all. I've been on here long enough, I think. I've been on here 2 hours. I don't know if I have any
Okay, she gone.
other spooky stories I want to tell.
I love that you
did
sang
tell
it.
about the
I don't know what
man.
that is.
That cloud thing that I saw was, again, I still think about it sometimes, and I kind of just am like, what the hell did I see? Because it was like,
See, I can get in the castle.
maybe
So
I
this is
could
the guy
draw
that turns
it.
into
Maybe I
Skeletron.
could draw it for you all to see, so you can
My
kind
master
of like
cannot be summoned
understand.
under the light of day. Oh, he
Um,
summons the
and
Skeletron, and
I'm
we have to fight it.
describing.
This is our next boss fight here. Is he fight me? Does he fight me outside, or does he fight me underground in the dungeon? I need to know where to build my arena. Is she done?
A depiction of what I saw in the sky. Okay, so like this, yeah, this paper is okay. Well, whatever.
What did I sing on Friday?
I'm gonna do a quick little drawing.
I sang Bone Thugs and Harmony. You talking about DJ and Paul was the one singing with you. You guys were like a great duet. You should start an Ebony and Ivory R&B group. I sang do babu doo doo. Nope, we're not doing that again. Not drunk. Not drunk. Sipping a beer, but I'm not drunk enough for that. Oh. Think about a paint. I'm making paper blood. I put it in my veins. I heard a Christian remix of that song, and the caption was, it's sad that such a demonic song has gained so much popularity, so I remixed it and made a Christian song. And he basically, it's the same beat, same melody, same tune, but Christian, actually not demonic lyrics. And it was great. The comments were great because half of the comments were Christians saying, "Good job, man, this is excellent." And then the dumb Satan worshipers, all of their comments were like, you couldn't make an original song. You just copied her song. You copied the beat. You copied the melody." It's like, hey, dummy, it's a remix. It's supposed to sound like the original and be slightly different. It's basically a Christian parody, but not funny. It's supposed to, like, that'd be like if you told Weird Al Yankovic, I didn't like Amish Paradise because it sounded too much like Gangster's Paradise. All their comments were like that. It was so stupid. I was like, oh, these people are dumb. It is low IQ. It is, reverse Flynn effect. It's sad. I'm fucking not a face. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find it. No, I'm not doing Discord tonight. I'm only streaming for like an hour. I'm trying to figure out how to beat this dang boss. Gotta beat that boss.
The General gives you a break when you need it. And that's why we're giving you a break from
Get out of here,
this
General.
ad.
Lowe's
He
knows
clicked the
you
button.
get to enjoy spring weather.
Did you see that trick ad? It was an unskippable ad, but it was only 5 seconds long. So there's no timer. I'm like, where do I click to skip? Where do I click to skip? And there was a skip button on the screen, And the general walked over to it and he said, "So we're skipping this ad for you." But I tried to click the skip button on the screen. Therefore, it takes me to their dang website. And then the general clicked it. What an ingenious ad. What a crazy ad.
weather earlier. That's why we're giving you a sneak peek into
So, you've defeated both the Eye of Cthulhu and the boss of your evil biome and may be wondering what you should do next. Well, one option is to go plunge into the dungeon, but before you can do that, you'll need to defeat Skeletron. Otherwise, his big brother, the Dungeon Guardian, will probably just one-shot you.
The Dungeon Guardian. Okay, I think that happened to me before. I think that's why I didn't explore the dungeon very deep, because I got dang guardianed. Dang one shot by the Guardian. Might I call in? Well, what do you want to talk about, Jalen? What do you want to talk about? What? What? I have 37 windows open. What do you want to talk about? Hold on, let me find this song for you. What's the original called? Outer Space TikTok Christian Remix.
I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, make a move, start the waves. I've been breathing around.
No. This is just the same lyrics, but with a different beat. Okay, Jericho is the original song. So where's the Christian remix? Okay, so it's called Jericho. Where did I find that? I didn't save. It was on Facebook. I can't stand this song. But hold on. I'm not surprised it's a Jericho Christian song. Jericho Walls Christian song. Jericho remix Christian. Is this it? Out of jealousy, she demonized their song and then stole it in the name of God. It's called Jericho. Yeah. I think this is it. Bro, this went viral.
He is singing to a generation, trying to get us to identify with him.
Here we go again. It's 2023 and we are seeing happen in real time the historical and not your own. Then she trashed out Nico's lyrics and replaced it with hers, one she considers to be better and divinely inspired. But then here's the thing. She's
This is
still
not the
using
one that I saw,
Nico's
though.
rhythm in Jericho. While
So see, maybe multiple people did this, because this is not the chick that I saw. It was a guy that I saw redo it, and he was like rapping, and it was way better, and it was not demonic. You could open the Discord and keep it short. I know, but it's a lot of work, man. I gotta open windows and stuff. I gotta be like doing things. Are you on my friends list? You have to call me directly, because I don't want to go in the thing, because then everybody's gonna jump in there. Do you know how? Am I on your friends list on Discord? Am I your friend? Am I your friend, Jalen? I don't know if you're on my friends list. You'll have to send me a friend request on Discord. It's not hard. Just find a message I posted, click on my name, and something like that. It's open. Hurry up. I'm trying to find this song. I can't find it. Whatever, forget it. You get the point. You get the point. That song is demonic. And it's called Jericho. It's everything's twisted and inverted.
Hey there, my name is Soundrak, and welcome back to another installment of my Terraria Journey's End Beginner's Guide series. Classic, Expert, and Master Mode down in the description, and if you find the video helpful, informative, or at the very least somewhat entertaining, please hit that like button and leave me a comment with your favorite weapon for the boss down below. Now let's get to it. Once you've downed the Eye of Cthulhu and the boss of your world's evil biome, you've got a couple of options on what to do next. If you haven't already, maxing out your health is definitely a good idea, and you'll probably get a meteor that can be harvested and turned into a nice mage armor set and a few other pieces of gear.
Still have not found a meteor. Still have not found any meteor. I don't know what they're talking about with this elusive meteor.
The jungle can be explored for a number of good upgrades if you haven't already, and you'll want to kill the queen bee at least a couple of times, whom we'll cover in—
Bro, where'd he get a laser? Oh, I think I have a laser gun, but it sucks. I've like never used it because it's like 8 damage, but it shoots. Look how fast it shoots.
Another episode. Heading down to the underworld to mine hellstone, or for some of the best pre-hard mode weapons, armor, and tools can also be good at this point, but another great option is to head to the dungeon, which has lots of great items, as well as the shadow key, which will allow you to open shadow chests down in the underworld for even more great upgrades. The dungeon itself always spawns on the opposite end of the world from the jungle, somewhere beyond your world's snow biome, and generally somewhat near the coast. But before you can enter the dungeon safely, you'll need to talk to the old man at the dungeon entrance during the nighttime, and click the curse option, at which point he will immediately turn into Skeletron and attack you.
Immediately. Okay, so the fight's outside. This is what I wanted to know. I don't really need this whole guide, but the fight's going to be outside. And look at this very basic arena. All he's done is built a platform, a fire.
In classic difficulty, the fight is pretty straightforward and easy, and the boss just has 2 attack patterns that combined have a 20-second cycle. In the first attack pattern, which lasts about 13 seconds, the head will try to hover a little bit above you, while the hands will periodically swipe at you. The hands only hit for 20 base damage on classic difficulty, so if you have decent defense and health regeneration—
So you stay close when he's doing the spirit fingers. Stay close, hug the head, pause, light him up.
their damage will be pretty negligible. The second attack pattern, which lasts for about 6 seconds, is when the boss roars and starts to do his spinning head attack while slowly moving towards you. Whether spinning or regularly running into you, the head does 32 base damage on classic difficulty. So even with decent armor—
Bro, he's got a dang pew-pew. He's got a dang assault rifle, fully auto, lighting this Skeletron up. Where do you get that thing from? Okay, but he's staying very close. Look, no arena necessary, just one platform. And he's just... And I have the Ares boots and the rocket boots, so I can jump over him pretty easily. So...
it will do quite—
Or the Hermes boots.
a bit more damage than the hands, but it's slow enough that it's generally pretty easy to avoid.
But where do you get this freaking machine gun?
When the spin attack starts, the hands may try to swipe at you, but will otherwise move up into either side of the head, making this a great time to focus fire them. Oh, and...
So wait, he does have an arena. How did we get to an arena all of a sudden that he built?
it will do quite a bit more damage than the hands, but it's slow enough that it's generally pretty easy to avoid. When the spin attack starts, the hands may try to swipe at you, but will otherwise move up into either side of the head, making this a great time to...
Okay, so this is somebody fighting him in a bigger arena that they built. Okay. We'll build an arena just to be safe. We'll torch it up. We'll get some campfires. We'll get some heart jars.
Focus fire them. Oh, and while spinning, the head's classic difficulty
Plus, since it's an outside fight and it's not an underground fight, we don't have to worry about banners. Maybe some slime banners. But we don't have to worry about taking forever to build an arena because we're in the tunnels and stuff keeps coming at you constantly. All we're going to have to worry about is slime, so just build an arena right over the dungeon.
defense of 10 will drop to 0, meaning if you want to, you can just ignore the hands and burn down the head for the victory, as killing the hands is completely optional on classic difficulty.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm on classic, so we don't have to attack the hands at all. Focus on the head. Take it down, dodge the hand, stay close, hug it, and just boom, 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 light it up with the demon arrows. Unless I can find some assault rifle like this guy's got. I don't know where you get that thing, but that's sick.
Yeah, classic difficulty Skeletron is not too bad, but on expert and master mode, things get taken up a few notches. The hands and the head all have significantly more health, and they all do more damage. And although the basic attack patterns and timings are the same, everything moves a bit faster, making the attacks harder to avoid. Additionally, the hands can inflict the slow debuff that halves your horizontal moving speed for 1 to 2 seconds, and the head can inflict the bleeding debuff that prevents health regeneration for 6 to 10 seconds. Furthermore, the head gains an additional 25 defense for each hand that's still alive, and with its significantly increased health pool, you'll definitely want to take out the hands before—
Oh, so on hard mode and master mode, you need to take the hands out because the head has more defense with the hands in play.
focusing any damage on the head.
Okay, I get it. That's all I need to know. All right, now, Jalen, friends, you have not sent me a friend request. You haven't called. Pending. Is this you? TTVBTWX? I don't know who that is, but I'll accept it. Let's see what chat's saying. Play the Christian version. You know your fan base don't like my people that LGBT. It's not about that. The lyrics are demonic. Everything is like something that sounds like right, but it's actually a twisted version of what's real. And I'm not gonna break down the lyrics for you, but because I really don't. This is kind of old news. I'm on Discord. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. Just post the link. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. You're in the chat room. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I was trying to tell you to call me directly instead of coming to the chat into the chat channel because now other people are going to jump in here.
What's up, Joshua?
What?
How I was so shocked that I did not call you out for singing a trans representative song, and I'm so proud of you. I didn't hear it until I was rewatching the episode from Friday, and I was like, Josh doesn't know that he's singing a trans artist, does he?
I don't care. I'm just singing the song. It's a song on TikTok. I was doing an impression of it.
Oh, you don't like my people, sir. This is me doing
I don't like your people. I don't like any.
I'm being charitable tonight. I was letting you know you were singing a trans artist. Jericho is very trans. Like
I know it's a demonic song. I know that.
Like
I
he
said
looks
I
like
hate
one
the
of my.
song. Didn't I preface the whole thing with I hate that song that I hear all over TikTok? I'm gone. I'm a motherfucker. I'm a man. And then I made fun of. And then I proceeded to make fun of the song.
Yes,
But I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was a trans person. So thank you for giving me more reasons to think that it's a horrible song.
It's my one charitable thing that I'll possibly do. But I was like, Josh is on his stream, and I'm like, he does not know that that person is trans. Because that's how you have to refer to trans people. They.
I don't have to refer to them as. I don't have to refer to them as anything.
I was saying they, as in general, they.
I don't have to refer to anybody as anything. I don't know what like delusions you live in, but everything you say sounds crazy. I don't have to refer to anybody as anything. I don't have to. What do you mean?
Yes, but also I was literally just saying it for a general like you and stuff, like not just you, but everybody. But also, I was just letting you know you're singing a trans person. I was like, Josh don't like trans people. I'm going to let him know. Also, you cut out, and I think I cut out because I have horrible Wi-Fi. So
you didn't cut out. I hear you just fine because I don't have horrible Wi-Fi.
No, if you can.
Huh?
Did you hear me? I cut out.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Testing.
Yes.
1, 2,
yes.
3,
You're
4.
the one who cut out. I didn't cut out. It's not my internet. That's a personal problem. Why do I care that I'm saying I don't? I'm actually not. Maybe I did know that. I don't even know. Maybe I did know that. I might have heard. I might have seen the video or something on TikTok. I don't watch TikTok, but I might have seen it on Facebook or YouTube, which is just people taking TikToks and putting them on.
Oh, the Facebook Reels. Can you hear me again?
Yeah, I probably saw it on a Facebook reel, and if I saw that person, I would have probably been like, "Yeah, that's probably one of them."
Yeah, so you're welcome. I was letting you know. I was like, that is a trance artist, and Josh was the dreaded conservative.
I don't know about artist. I'll give you the trans part.
He looks literally like one of my friends that performs at the club.
Now, why are you saying he? Because
Oh, that's my bad. Thank you for calling me out. They look like one of the artists that perform at my clubs, at the clubs, at the
I
drag
bet.
clubs and gay clubs.
I bet.
Yeah, so I was like, but yeah,
The whole pronoun thing is really confusing, huh? When even people like you mess it up.
well, I told you I got canceled for that when they first started doing the they them thing. Like the trans community tried to cancel me.
Wow.
It's not fun. They tried to cancel me because I was like, there's only two genders.
You have to like be somewhat. What do you mean they try to cancel? They try to get you fired from your job or what? You have to have like
Well, I mean,
a little bit of clout to be cancelable. You can't just
well,
cancel like. What do you mean?
I'm still I'm still a very popular person, and like in my state of Arkansas, like I'm well known
In
the state of
Arkansas, you're
Arkansas.
well known. That's like getting first place at the Special Olympics.
Shut up, Utah dreaded nappy-headed conservative
Utah
boy.
is amazing. Utah is great. We had a dang whole religion come out of here. It's the third largest corporation in America.
And again, I have to visit because the gay community I've heard is so
It's
wonderful.
bumping.
I have to visit, but yeah, people tried to cancel me because at first, when it first happened, I was just like, "There's only two genders, so you can."
And then they made you cave. They threatened to cancel you, and they made you cave to the narrative. Huh?
I don't. My thing is, I don't mind if you're born one way and want to die another way. That's completely fine. That's completely fine and everything. But it's also an English lesson of having to refer to people as they, them. But I do because I still know how to like respect communities. Do you?
Well, do you respect my Christian community that we're not supposed to lie? We're not supposed to tell lies blatantly to people's face that causes harm to them?
I don't tell lies. To be honest, I don't think you do either.
I know, and I'm not a liar. So why would I tell somebody something that they're not?
You could respect what they want to die as. You could respect their identity. It's not lying. But you'll say a person like Caitlyn
Right. If
Jenner.
they want to die alone as whatever they want to call themselves, I mean, it doesn't really affect me. But when you're trying to force me to call things be not as it were, to call the stop sign blue, I can't do that. I can't blatantly lie to your face. That's against my culture and my beliefs.
Yeah, but you also don't respect the LGBT community. And like I said, if I'm the closest person to
you always say this stuff like I broadly respect anybody. I don't respect anybody.
I know this because the way you talk.
I do respect people. I'm just trying to make a point. Like, what do you? I don't respect any groups. I don't respect groups for sure. There are some people, individuals who I respect.
Can I quick commercial break? What happened to the Saturday stream?
It's members only. You're gonna have to get a membership.
Speaking
of the memberships, consider becoming a channel member, guys, because then you get exclusive access to some of the streams that I feel we went a little off the rails at some point, and it's not a good look.
You didn't put a membership on the one where Mr. Mad and Buff was going at it, where Mr. Mad was pissed off at Buff that night. You can still watch that one.
Oh, and I need to go fix that. But there's one of those that I did where it was like 2 hours of just them yelling about the M word.
Right, that particular one. Because I wanted to go back and listen to some of my vocals and see how they sound on the phone and on the internet.
I know, that was some quality content. 12 hours of quality content for members only.
Dang. I was like, dang it. I know why you also did it, because that's the one where you dropped the N-word yourself. You evil bastard.
No, I've done that a bunch of times. I do that kind of, not frequently, but in context, I do it kind of regularly.
I was on a stream. That's the first time I was on a stream and you did that.
Oh, well, nobody cares.
made me want to grab your dreadlocks and choke you with it. I was so mad on Saturday when you did
You
that.
almost had a damn
That's why
Freudian slip right there, and I would have had to.
Because you, I think you said it more as like a surprise because Frederick had just went off on y'all, rightfully so, and Frederick had called you the N word, and you was like, "Oh, he just called me the N word. Does that mean I got my N word pass?" No, I was pissed.
I do have my N-word
I was
pass.
pissed.
Multiple black people have given me an N-word pass, and also,
I
what
don't
was
know
the
if you're still
context?
there. I really don't.
Oh my
Like I
gosh, you
said,
got
I
a
have
dang
horrible
Obama
Wi-Fi
phone.
issues, so I don't know when it comes.
This guy's got a dang Obama phone.
That's your
Cutting
camera
out.
thing.
All right, you're cutting out. I'm not gonna stream much longer, but
Yes, I know. I know. Can you hear me now?
yeah, I hear you. But what was the context that I used it? I always use it in a specific context. If I'm quoting, if I'm doing a joke, and that's the punchline, I'm gonna say it. If I'm quoting a rap song, usually the
Frederick
joke
had
that
just went off on you. Frederick had just went off on you and Buff, and he was talking about how he was not going to be on the show anymore if you keep Buff on. Which, say Frederick, get rid of Buff because I don't like him no way. He might be an op. Me, Mr. Mad, you, Floor, Freddie, and
now you're cutting out again. How you gonna tell me who's a op? He might be a op, but he's not a cop. And that's why Freddie doesn't like him, because Freddie thinks he's a fed or a cop. I don't think he's a fed or a cop. I think he says he's a cop to seem cool, and he has an honorary community service badge or something like that, and it's so funny. It was so funny that he like takes that seriously, but no, he's not. No.
my goodness, my goodness. But yeah,
I think it's
like
funny.
that.
I think it's funny, and I don't. That's what y'all don't get. Like, everybody told me they were gonna stop watching the show, and they didn't want to watch the show because I was having Freddie on like 2 years ago, and everybody was saying, "Get him off there. We don't like him." And then they
Freddie
said
is
this. They say the same thing about you,
the best
Jalen.
one of
They
this
say
show.
if you're gonna talk to this gay guy on your stream the whole time, then I don't want to watch it.
Duh.
So why am I
think I
gonna listen to
don't-
Freddie when he does the same stuff about Buff? I'm not. I'm not gonna listen.
Yeah, but you already know. I know people don't like when I'm on and stuff. But when we openly say we don't like each other, like most of your fan base don't like me anyways. Most of the time, people are cheering for you when I'm on because we get into an argument, or I'll get into an argument with Bibby and stuff, and everybody is cheering all y'all on. I'm your enemy and stuff. That only helps ratings to have opposition. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to call you out and everything. But still.
Well, you don't do a very good
Oh
job.
my god, I hate this fucking tablet. God dang it.
You shouldn't hate.
Because my freaking, can you hear me now?
Yes.
It is horrible. It is horrible. But yeah, people don't like me. I know that. But it's more or less like you and I get into our tiffs.
I'm gonna try to fight the Skeletron. This is my first time trying to fight him. I didn't really build an arena, but oh my god.
What game are you playing tonight?
Terraria.
I never heard of it. Never heard of it. But yeah, I mean, I know people don't like me, but it's not like I'm here trying to like kiss your behind or anything. It's more or less like we argue, and most people agree with you.
Ah.
Hmm.
Well.
Anyway, any questions for me? I know you said you're not gonna be on long.
Nope.
And for some reason, I'm really popular tonight. A lot of people are trying to flirt with me, so I'm going to just go back to the chat.
Gross. Yeah, bye.
Good night.
Gross. I ain't trying to hear about that. What the hell is he talking about? He never explained the context. What was the context? He made it seem, so he painted that like I said the N-word after Freddie chewed me out like I was mad at him or something. That's not the context. I'm sure I wasn't mad. I was probably laughing. But I would have to know what context I said it in. And I can almost guarantee I didn't hard R, unless hard R is required for the joke. I've been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I can't believe Larry David drops the N-bomb multiple times in that show. And I was like, he's got balls. But it was also years ago where people weren't so soft. Over the last 10 years, people have gotten extremely soft about that word. You can't tell jokes anymore. You can't quote rap music. You can't say the name of Eddie Murphy's album, even though he explicitly said the reason I named my album N-er is because I want white people to say it. I want white people, when people ask, what's your favorite comedy stand-up show, I want them to say the name of my album. I don't want them to cower out. And I don't like this bow and arrow is too slow, but we are killing him. We're killing Skeletron first try. No freaking arena setup. No campfires. I didn't take any time setting up this arena. I hope I don't run out of arrows because I did not. Oh, God. That hurt. We can potion. I didn't take any. I think I can probably hit those up real quick. Oh, I dropped it. I could take some coffee. Any potions? I don't have any. Potions that help me. We're just doing good at evading him. He's almost dead. I could probably just tank some hits and just light him up. We're hitting the hands way more than the guy in the video did. In fact, we could just kill the hands. Maybe we get extra treasure for killing the hands. Extra challenge here. Let's take the hands out. Oh, I'm stuck. Cornered. Let's take the hands out. Extra challenge. Challenge points. Challenge points. Challenge points. Challenge points. Skeletron's hands are down. Hands down. Don't shoot. What's up, Skeletron? You about to get burnt, my boy. What? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Wait! What just happened? Did he one-shot me at the end? You know what happened? Oh my God, that's so lame. You know what happened? I messed with the hands and daytime happened. The sun came up. When the sun comes up, he one-shots you. And the sun is coming up right now. Oh my God, we didn't kill Skeletron first try. We almost got him first try. We should have got him first try, but I was dilly-dallying, playing with his hands. Pause. And he freaking got me. What? That was lame. He one-shot me because the sun is out. I did not plan on killing Skeletron in this stream, but we almost one-shot him on the first try ever. And the freaking sun came up. Oh my gosh, so lame. Checking in from Michigan. Glad to see voters came in to support our next President Trump 2024. Let's go. Did he win the Michigan primary already? That was that today? You got South Carolina, and I know Michigan was up next. Trump, Michigan. God, I can't believe I didn't kill him. The sun came up. He one-shot me. Biden and Trump win Michigan primaries. Biden got the Democrat vote. Yeah, I mean, what? I wouldn't have expected anything different. I wouldn't have expected anything different. It's gonna be Trump Biden 2.0. JS, what's the Christian version of the Jericho song? I don't know. I can't find the exact one that I'm talking about, but because apparently this video that I was playing, this lady went viral for doing it. I'm trying to play the. But the short that I saw on Facebook was a black guy.
Iniko has going for theirself. So what did she do?
An altar looking thing. I mean, this is definitely a bold, controversial take.
This right here is why nobody can convince me that Christianity is not anti-African or anti-black. Because I know that the only reason why she's making these demonic ties to Iniko's music video and
no, maybe it's demonic because they're doing damn blood rituals and it's all a bunch of gays and transgender. Maybe that's why we call it demonic. It has nothing to do with dang African culture. Shut up. And real African people who aren't TikTok African people would be offended by that.
And the song is because Iniko is black. That's why she's twisting and turning everything and trying to make it demonic and to look bad demonic when it really isn't that deep. Like, this is art. There is nothing demonic here. It's not a crown of thorns. Because it's...
I would argue a lot of art is just demonic by nature. Art is kind of feminine. That's the feminine spirit. And I'm an artist. I'm an artist, guys. So, I got it in me. And, you got to spot it. You got it to spot it. How the heck do you say that? You got it. If you spot it, you got it. If you spot it, you got it, But I don't know. I can't find it, Jalen, because this is not the one I saw. Just Google it, dude. Find it for me. Because I can't find it. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. And I can't even find it because if I type Jericho, all I get is a million remixes of this song that aren't. I can't believe I almost one-shot Skeletron, which is the second to the last boss in classic mode, and then we get to go to hard mode, and we got to go through it all again with harder stuff, and then we go to, or whatever, chaos, whatever it's called, other mode. But all we have left is Skeletron and the Wall of Flesh, and I almost one-shot him on my first try without even setting up an arena. I had no campfires, I had no potions, I had no banners. We about blasted that fool. Let's go. Shout out Chris W. Nice. Trump's going to win. I mean, he should win the primary in every state. I don't see why. I don't see what other option there is. Nikki Haley. You just want another swamp monster. Look at this little guy in this cave. What's he doing? What's he doing down there? All right. I got to jump off here in like 6 minutes, so I guess that sucks. Next time, we will kill Skeletron for sure. I would have killed him. He was literally like 50 points away from dying, like 2 more arrows and he was dead. But the sun came up, and since I was taking out his hands, which is not required, I wasted time killing his hands just for fun for the challenge. When the sun rises, he becomes indestructible and he can kill you in one shot. And that's what happened. I had like 15 hearts, and he just, as soon as the sun broke, he blasted me. Pause. He totally colonized their song on TikTok.
The United States Postal Service. Built for how you business.
I will be one of the greatest, that is a vow, yeah, that is a promise. Always wanted to be famous. I keep an eye out for the numbers, I stay in contact, synchronization to infinity, even beyond it. I am a common.
They're saying that people colonized the song because people did remixes of it. But this is not what I'm looking for. It was a guy rapping. It was a. I don't know. I can't find it, Jalen. And I don't want to even be looking for it, really. It's not that exciting to me. Anyway, Jalen, you never told us the context of why I use that word because I think that that's important. Or no, if he called me a cracker, then I probably did. That's something I do regularly. If somebody calls me a cracker or a cracker, then I assume they're giving me permission to call them the converse of that word. Does that not make sense? I think that makes perfect sense. Right? Because cracker or cracka is a racial slur for white people. So if you can call me that, then you've given me permission to call you the other word. And if we can both say that and neither of us get offended, then hallelujah. But what usually happens is somebody will call me cracker flippantly, and then I'll say the other word back to them, and then they'll get butthurt, and then they'll want to fight. And guess what? Let's go. I'm not stressed. You gonna fight me on the internet? No. You want to fight me in person? Maybe. Maybe not. Depends on how big you are once you size me up. and maybe if you're too big, then maybe I won't respond that way. Maybe when you call me cracker, I might just walk away and be like, I don't want to talk to this person. I thought they buried that word. Yeah, it's one of the themes on this channel. I don't like getting, I've defended fighting words. So people are going to say I'm contradicting myself when I say that I don't like people getting offended by words. But I've also defended fighting words. So they'll say that's a contradiction. I don't think it's a contradiction. I think there's a certain point when you know it's time to throw your setup, you know? And then other times where it's just a word. And we don't have to get our feelings hurt about it. It just depends on how it's being used. You know, the person who's saying it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You disappointed me when you said that word. Oh, well, then you haven't been listening for very long, Jalen. You haven't ever seen none of the late night streams when I'm rapping Joyner Lucas? Or do you not count that? If I say it while I'm rapping, does it not count? Because I'm sure you were in the chat when I was on Rumble and I was using words that probably offend you very much so. But again, it's just a word. It's just a word. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. Just short stream tonight. I figured out that Skeletron is not that difficult. And next time on Terraria Ball Z, we will defeat the elusive Skeletron. Will the dreaded conservative, defeat the elusive Skeletron? Find out next time. As long as it's in a song, it seems to be okay. If I'm rapping a song, I get away with it. Because I'm trying to quote the artist accurately, you know? I'm not remixing it. I'm not making a parody. I'm just singing the words. I want to give the artist his dues. And I love Lil Wayne. Eminem and Lil Wayne are my top 2 rappers. So and they flip back and forth. I don't know which one's better. They're both great. And Wheezy says the N word all the time. How can I give him his? How can I, righteously portray his art if I'm changing words up? But I'm gonna, yeah, later. Have a good evening, Chris. Jalen, it's not a word, and you know that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It doesn't mean anything. It means black. That's what it means. Comes from NGR, Negro, Negus. Southern translation of that. Southern slang added to that. Northern slang added to it. You get the hard R. Southern slang, you get the soft A, the long draw on the A. Yeah, that's common sense. You don't got to study entomology to know that, but I have. Just listen to Saturday's Achievement Park games. All right, I'm gonna head out though. Maybe tomorrow night if I can go to bed a little earlier, get my full 7. We can kill Skeletron tomorrow. But have a good night, guys. We out. God bless. Peace.